being streamed now.
Are we live mics and everything? Do we introduce ourselves or do we just a big introduction? Plus I don't have my guitar.
Yeah, I knock over my water. You can.
Okay, we're here live at the Mucky Duck. We're streaming, as those of you at home who are on Facebook Live know. And there's limited seating here at the Mucky Duck. And for those of you who are here, we appreciate you coming out and risking your lives. And you could have stayed home and watched it on Facebook. See, they didn't tell you that before, maybe. But hey, we're going to start off. Many years ago, this is my brother John. I'm Al Staehely. We're the Staehely brothers, and from Austin, Texas originally, and then we went out to L.A. In '71. And I remember seeing at the Troubadour when his first album came out, Bill Withers, with Booker T playing keyboards, who produced the album. And as some of you probably have heard recently, Bill Withers passed away. So this is a little tribute, and I want to play a Bill Withers song, and then we'll get into our stuff. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. It's not warm when she's away. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. She's always gone too long. Anytime she goes away. Wonder this time where she's gone. Wonder if she's gone to stay. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. This house just ain't no home. Anytime she goes away. And I know, hey, I ought to leave the young thing alone, but ain't no sunshine when she's gone. Only dark clouds every day. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. She's always gone too long. Anytime she goes away. I wonder this time where she's gone. I wonder if she's going to stay. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. This house just ain't no home anytime she goes away. Anytime she goes away. Anytime she goes away. Anytime she goes away. Well, thank you. Like I said, we're from Austin, Texas originally. You don't meet many people in Austin now that are actually from Austin. Our little hometown has gotten pretty popular. But this is a song I wrote in Austin at our mother's house one evening. It's called The Bluer Side of Town. One, two, three, four. The birds don't know the sun's gone down. They keep on singing just the same. She doesn't know he's playing around. Another woman is whispering his name on the bluer side of town. I sit all alone, remembering a time her love was sweeter than any love I know. Never thought that one day you would find me on the bluer side of town, where broken hearts are found, and love is just a cruel memory. On the bluer side of town is where I'll be. I didn't know he'd taken her down. I kept on singing just the same. Soon she'll hear rumors going round. Won't be long before she comes to stay on the bluer side of town, where broken hearts are found, and love is just a cruel memory. On the bluer side of town is where I'll be. Late at night she misses him. Soon she'll know just who he's kissing on the bluer side of town, where broken hearts are found, and love is just a cruel memory. On the bluer side of town, where broken hearts are found, is where I'll be, where I'll be, where I'll be. Thank you. As I mentioned, in 1971, the summer of 71, I left Austin and went to L.A. Knew about 4 people when I went out there. One was a songwriter friend of mine, Patty Dahlstrom, who I'd known in Texas, and by then she was a songwriter from Motown and was about to get her own record deal. We ultimately wrote some songs together that she recorded. One of the other people I knew was Don Henley, who had been in a band back in Texas and used to play the same clubs and frat parties that we did. And so I remember looking him up and going up to his house. He was still playing with Linda Ronstadt at that time, and they were in the process of forming this new group. And I go up to his house, and he introduced me to this guy I'd never heard of, and nobody had much at that point, named Jackson Brown. And then one day Don called me and said, "I think we got a name for the group." And I said, "What is it?" And he said, "The Eagles." I said, "I think that sounds good." And he said, I don't know. I'm not sure if I like it. I think it's worked out. But my drummer, Curly Smith, from the last band I was in Texas, went out there and joined the 2 guys who had left Spirit, Mark Andes and Jay Ferguson, to start a band called JoJo Gunn. And so they introduced me to the remaining members of Spirit, and I ended up joining. And they were based in, if you know L.A., Topanga Canyon. It was kind of the hippie enclave place to live up there. And so this next song is a song that I wrote up in Topanga Canyon one morning with Matt Andes, who was in JoJo Gunn, and up at his house. And it was on the Spirit album that my brother and I did that came out the next year called Feedback. This is called Mellow Morning. Picking in the morning with my friend Matthew, drinking cowboy coffee and thinking of something to do. The cat's on the table, crying to be fed. I can't put this guitar down while there's a tune in my head. Stumped on the second verse, went up the driveway again. Old friends of Matthews, John and Marsh were their names. A slap on the back and a hard handshake. Hey John, how you been? Lost my lady and my job last week, said John with a grin. Hey Matt, let's pay a call on Durwood Curly. Hop in the car, we'll head on down. Hope we're not too early, talking about the things we're gonna do when our ship comes in. It's been a mellow morning, just the way every day should begin. Been a mellow morning. Actually, you want to hear one other song off that same album? We hardly ever do this, but it was a song that was on that same Spirit album called Feedback, and although it ends up being a rock song, it starts out as an acoustic song. Let's do a little bit of Right on Time. We hardly ever do that, but
We'll see.
you came right on time. You gave my life a rhyme. A look in your eyes made me realize I was an empty man. I thought I couldn't love, now I can. You came right on time. You came right on time. We loved a lovely way. It lasted day by day now. You told me to come and go as I pleased. You were very wise. We had no need for lies. You came right on time. You came right on time. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. When we let our love show, we got complaints from the neighbors below. You came right on time. You laid my life around. A look in your eyes made me realize I was an empty man. I thought I couldn't love, now I can. You came right on time. You came right on time. You came right on time. Now on the record at that point it goes 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it gets the whole band treatment, but we're not doing that tonight.
You want to do that part?
Nah.
Okay.
Okay, we played songs written in Topeka Canyon, Austin, Texas. Here's one written on Highway 71, driving from Austin back to Houston, when the woman sitting next to me at the time, I thought I was in love with. And I turned to her and said, as you do when you're in love with somebody, I told her I loved her. And she looked at me and said, "What's wrong with you?" I said, "Are you saying, what's wrong with you for loving me? Is that right?" Yeah. I said, "Well, there's a song there. I'm not sure there's a relationship here, but." What's wrong with you for loving me? When you've seen how crazy I can be, the only flaw in you that I can see is what's wrong with you for loving me. Well, you'll find as a wine that comes from France, and your mind is full of common sense. Oh, well, you're right as rain about every little thing. The only flaw in you I see is what's wrong with you for loving me. I'm living large, baby, when you call my name. I don't care much about fortune or fame. Loving you is what I do best. can't seem to get a handle on all the rest of what's wrong with you for loving me. Oh, play it, little brother. John Staehely. I'm living large, baby, when you call my name. I don't care much about fortune or fame. Loving you is what I do best. I can't seem to get a handle on all the rest of what's wrong with you for loving me. Well, my love for you is a runaway train. It's that big old powerful thing that keeps me sane. I don't care where it's going long as I get to ride, and I blow my own whistle too. Oh, what's right with me is loving you. Oh, what's right with me is loving you. Oh, what's right with me is loving you. Thank you, friends and neighbors. It's a real pleasure being here with you tonight.
That's right. Got new strings.
Actually, I forgot to dedicate that song before I played, so I'm going to dedicate it now because there's a friend of mine and his wife who are in Austin watching this on Facebook Live.
What? I mean, there's millions of people watching this?
Well, I know there are at least two. At least two said they were going to. And asked me to make a dedication. That's why I think they probably are. Steve and Suzanne Weiner, who were celebrating their 41st anniversary. And Steve wanted me to sing What's Wrong With You for Loving Me. Actually, that reminds me. One time, a few years ago, a buddy of mine and his girlfriend came to one of the shows, and for the show, he said, "Would you play that song of yours, What's Wrong With You for Loving Me?" I said, "Sure, okay." So after the show, he said, "While you were playing that song, I asked Lena to marry me." And he said, "I didn't wait for an answer. I just shoved the ring on her finger." And they ended up getting married. So there you go. A nice little story that thought you'd enjoy. What else we got here in our...
Love trance, I think.
Thanks for reminding me. And, well, let's go ahead and we'll dedicate this one to Steve and Suzanne, too, since he put her in a love trance. You always put me in a love trance. It always starts with a slow dance, teaching me about true romance. You always put me in a love trance. No toys, no tricks, no fancy lingerie. She keeps it simple when she comes to play. All she needs is some time away. Time to put me in a love trance. She always puts me in a love trance. It always starts with a slow dance, teaching me about true romance. She always puts me in a love trance. Sometimes she dances to the radio, giving me a little private show for me to see, not for you to know. My baby puts me in a love trance. She always puts me in a love trance. It always starts with a real slow dance, teaching me about true romance. He always puts me in a love trance. I don't know or care how she does it, as long as I get enough. All I know is when does what she does, I just can't get enough, and I go deep into a love trance. Love trance. Love trance. Love trance. She always puts me in a love trance. It always starts with a real slow dance, teaching me about true romance. My baby puts me in a love trance. I never ever really had a chance. You always put me in a love trance. Oh, okay.
You made me do it.
John Staehely on trance guitar over there.
Al Staehely on suggestion.
Gotta get a glass of water, no ice sometime. It's not urgent. What else we got?
Nature's Way.
That's a good one. Well, as I mentioned earlier, John and I were in this little California band called Spirit. And one of my favorite Spirit songs, thank you, was one written by Randy California, who's no longer with us. But we're going to do it for you. It was timely then when he wrote it back in probably about 1969. It's timely now. It's called Nature's Way. It's nature's way of telling you something's wrong. It's nature's way of telling you in a song. It's nature's way of receiving you. It's nature's way of retrieving you. It's nature's way of telling you something's wrong. It's nature's way of telling you in a breeze. It's nature's way of telling you dying trees. It's nature's way of receiving you. It's nature's way of retrieving you. It's nature's way of telling you something's wrong. It's nature's way of telling you in a breeze. It's nature's way of telling you dying trees. It's nature's way of receiving you. It's nature's way of retrieving you. It's nature's way of telling something's wrong. Something's wrong. Something's wrong. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes. Yeah, Randy, he wrote
He nailed it on that one.
yeah, that's yeah, I think
He
this
really
virus might be nature's way of getting rid of all the people my age so that my son and all the rest of the millennials can actually, there'll be Social Security left for them to get when the I don't know. It's just
And your little brother as well. Oh, let's see. Crazy like a fox. It's gonna be.
okay. Now here's a song
It's gonna
that
be messy.
here's a song that
Let's see, where am I?
usually do when we do the electric band, but we're gonna take a chance because it's a rock song, but it's got a story you might enjoy because when we were still in LA, but after the whole Spirit thing broke up, one of the things, well, actually, my brother went on to join the group JoJo Gunn and was with them for the last album. In fact, let me go ahead and brag about my little brother for just a little while. Not only was he in JoJo Gunn and played on their last album, but after that, he toured with people like John Hyatt, Robert Palmer. He did a tour with Bob Dylan as Bob Dylan's guitarist.
Couldn't understand a word he said, actually. Sorry, Bob, if you're listening. Just kidding.
And by the way, there's a great interview with Bob Dylan that was in the New York Times just a day or two for those of you Dylan fans who might be interested. But one day when JoJo Gunn was recording at the studio, I went down to visit them, and their engineer, John Stronach, said, happened to mention he's getting ready to start a Keith Moon solo album. I'm sure most of you here know that Keith Moon was the drummer for The Who. And so I said, well, who's producing? And he said, Mal Evans. I said, Mal Evans, the Beatles roadie, the guy that we used to see in the Beatle movies with the horn-rimmed glasses and big guy running around? And he said, yeah, Mal Evans. I said, well, do they have all the songs? And he said, I don't think so. I said, I might have something for him. He said, well, come down to the record plant on Wednesday, and I'll introduce you to Mal and play him a couple of songs. So I went home. I wrote a song especially for the occasion, did a little quick demo of it. And then went through some of my others, and I found the song Crazy Like a Fox. Then I went down to the record plant, met Mal, played him the first one. Played him this song Crazy Like a Fox, and he said, yeah, I could hear Keith doing that. We'll cut it on Friday. This was Wednesday. I thought, this is the way song plugging should always be. You pitch it on a Wednesday, they cut it on a Friday.
It's old school.
Well, at any rate, so I said, well, do you have the musicians for the session on Friday? He said, I'm not sure. And I said, well, obviously I know the song. And also my brother, who plays in JoJo Gunn, he knows the song too. And he said, why don't we get all of JoJo Gunn to play on it? So I'll call up the guys. You want to do a Keith Moon session on Friday? Yes, they do. They come down. Turned out it was not only me on acoustic guitar, my brother electric guitar, all the JoJo Gunn guys, including the drummer, and a drum kit set up for Keith. Also, Jesse Ed Davis on electric guitar, who you might remember who played a solo on Dr. My Eyes and a lot of
horns on that song?
I don't think, no, there weren't horns on that song.
I played on two. Bobby Keys was in on one of those sessions.
Yeah, we ended up doing some other sessions on some other songs, but not horns. Yeah, and Bobby Keys was on it, but not that song. But Spencer Davis sat next to me playing acoustic 12-string. And they wanted to do all of us playing together on the basic track, 2 drum kits, the whole thing, which is kind of unusual. But at any rate, so then we did the track. I got out there with headphones. I had a lyric sheet written out for Keith because he had just heard the song the day before. And Keith's there with some headphones and a bottle of Cavassier in his left hand. And so they're playing back the track, and I'm cueing him as where to come in. He's, stand back. You got to give the girl room to move because she's crazy like a fox, and that fox got her eyes. I mean, you couldn't call it singing, but it's just what you hoped Keith Moon would do, though. So at any rate, it ended up being the first single and the first cut on the album, and was not a successful album, but it was a great fun to be on that. And then they called us back, and we did some other sessions on there. But anyway, it's a straight ahead little rock song that really deserves a band, but tonight we're gonna do it acoustic. Stand back, you gotta give the girl room to move. Stand back, you gotta let her find her own groove. So you think she's acting baby, and she's playing crazy games with you. But she's crazy like a fox, and that fox got her eyes on you. Stand back, you gotta give the room to dance. Stand back, she's gonna love you if you give her half a chance. I know you think she's acting the sly one, and she's playing crazy games with you. But she's crazy like a fox, and the fox got her eyes on you. I know you think she's acting the sly one, and she's playing crazy games with you. But she's crazy like a fox, and the fox got her eyes on you. Oh, rock on, my brother.
He's gone. Homage to Pete Townsend.
But she's crazy like a fox. Stand back, you gotta lift the room to move. Stand back, you gotta let her find her own groove. I know think she's acting the sly one, and she's playing crazy games with you. But she's crazy like a fox, and the fox got her eyes on you. I said, I know you think she's acting the sly one, and she's playing crazy games with you. But she's crazy like a fox, and the fox got her eyes on you. I said she's crazy like a fox, and the fox got her eyes on you. She's crazy like a fox, and the fox got her eyes on you. John says that solo is his tribute to Pete Townsend.
Yeah, I can see from miles.
Or you could call it the Neil Young one-note solo, like on Cinnamon Girl that he does.
I love Neil Young, but that's the best solo he ever did. I don't exactly love him, but he's...
That's right. I need readers. It's true. It's okay. Now I did. Okay, we played songs from California to Texas. How about we go to Brazil? Anybody been to Brazil? I know one person that's been to Brazil. He's sitting right here. He's in a band called White Cross, and they played to thousands in Brazil. Well, I've been to Brazil quite a few times, but not on the gig. And but my first time to Brazil, we were in a little town called Pipa on the beach. I was in a hammock, waves rolling in, had a guitar, and started doing this. There's a little place I know, a beach town in Brazil. Swinging in a hammock there, that makes my world stand still. I wait for you to join me, sweet solitude for two. I wait for you. Birds have never seen or singing songs I've never heard. The sea, she whispers in my ear and soothes me with her words. The moon lights up your face, but it's just a photograph. I wait for you. There's a little place I know, a beach town in Brazil. Caipirinhas and guitars, I never get my fill. The wind and sea orchestrate for me and help me write this song while I wait for you. Wait for you. I dream of you. Okay, so it's a gringo's version of a Brazilian song. So, in fact, going to Brazil inspired a couple of more Brazilian influence songs. I refer to them as my Bossa Gringo trilogy. And actually record them. And in fact, if you go up to Spotify, put in Al Staehely, if you can spell Staehely, which is an ordeal, and you'll see some things. And One of them is the Bossa Gringo trilogy with that song in it. I'll tell you what, I'll do you want to hear one more of the trilogy? This one, I know Wilma does because it was written for her. This one was written in Rio, called Your Man in Rio, oddly enough. Your man in Rio is thinking of you. Your man in Rio is tried and true. Your man in Rio is singing the blues. The beat spots are Nova, but the words are for you. Lapa has samba. I've got a room with a view of Copacabana, but Texas has you. I wrote you a letter, mailed it today to the queen of the desert. I had something to say. Your man in Rio remembers your charms, and like the Redeemer, your welcoming arms. Your man in Rio singing the blues. The beat's passing over, but the words are for you. I'm your man in Rio. I'm your man in Rio. I'm your man in Rio. Tall and tan in Rio. I'm your man. Okay. That last little bit, let's take a vote. Is it copyright infringement or is it just an homage? I don't know.
Both. No. Well, no, does it last long enough to be a copyright? Isn't there like a certain amount of bars with it? True. Yeah. Yeah, they won't be coming after us.
Okay, here's my studious look. We're going to do one we hardly ever do, but we had a request. And this was me trying to write a Motown song about 40 years ago, and this is what it came out with. Pressures, problems made you lie, yeah, and you know that's not like you. When I called your hand, felt you had to take a stand. Even though you knew you were standing on quicksand, but I won't say that all is forgiven. Let's get on with the business of living. All is forgiven, baby. Let's get on with the business of living a long life together, yeah. Senseless tears could never never wash away all the good loving years. I know you done wrong, but family ties are so strong. They don't want to say that all is forgiven. Let's get on with the business of living. All is forgiven, baby. Let's get on with the business of living a long life together. All is forgiven. Welcome home to the one. Welcome home to the one who loves you. All is forgiven, baby. Put your arms around the one that's going to do it for you. Give it to the show that's going to star you. Come to your senses and drop your defenses, 'cause all is forgiven, baby. Let's get on with the business of living. It's forgiven, honey. Let's get on with the business. Living a long life together. Yeah, yeah.
There we go, long-legged.
Here's another one we've never. Some of you have heard us at Mucky Duck before, but I don't think we've ever done this song. This song was written in Stockholm, Sweden. Yeah.
Just had to throw that in.
Do that again. Well, it's the middle of the night and I'm high again. The sun's still in my eyes. Back home outside of Houston, there's a great big starry sky. But when I see it again, I can't say when, 'cause 6,000 miles away. And that long-legged woman, she got me on the run. I'm living in the land of the midnight sun, but I can't help but wonder what she's doing tonight. I got a sharp little thing here in Stockholm, treats me a certain way. She loves to do what she does when we do what we do. We do it most every day. I love the way she talks, I love the way she walks, spike heels on cobblestone. But that long-legged woman, she got me on the run. I'm living in the land of the midnight sun, but can't help but wonder what she's doing tonight. Well, the sun is high, the sun is fine, I can't say I miss the heat. But there's a reckless Texas woman, and when she rides, she can't be beat. The lighthouse in the harbor, a red subs are down there too. And for the very first time, I'm seeing things clear as Baltic blue. I got so much love and so many wonderful women to leave it to. But that long-legged woman, she got me on a run. I'm living in the land of the midnight sun, but can't help but wonder what she's doing tonight. Yeah, the long-legged woman said she got me on a run. I'm living in the land of the midnight sun. Said, hey mama, it's safe to come back. Hey baby, it's safe to come back. Hey mama, it's safe to come back home. Long-legged woman said she got me on the run, living in the land of the midnight sun. Long-legged woman got me on the run, living in the land of the midnight sun. Long-legged woman, long-legged woman, long-legged woman, yeah, the long-legged woman. Well, the long-legged woman, long-legged woman.
Yeah, we don't do that very often.
Okay, next time we'll practice it before we.
Yeah, we'll practice it. You're getting to see a part of the process that
We used to
people
play with the
don't
guy
normally
that
get to see.
buddy of ours. they used to play bass on Elvis Costello's first album, and we used to do some gigs together. And before to kind of loosen everybody up before we'd go on stage, backstage, he'd say, "Okay, let's go out there and make tons of mistakes." Okay, yeah, okay, why not? Actually, in fact, we did a gig. We opened for Roy Orbison here at the Tower Theater back in the day. Remember the Tower Theater? Anybody here can remember that? And it was so cool because the crowd was, you could tell it was a crowd that probably hadn't been to a show in a while, and they looked kind of nervous and intense. But as soon as Roy hit that first high note, it's like a collective exhale, because I think they were just wondering, can Roy still hit those high notes? Yes, he could. And I always remember when we came backstage afterwards, and Roy said, "Nice little combo you got there."
But then he made a comment. He said, "A bit loud, but still."
But the word combo at that time, I had not heard that phrase used for a band since the 60s, at least. So I thought that was funny. He was still referring to us as a combo. I'm at the mercy of the moon. She can take me where she will. Run me ragged, stand me still, turn me cold and make me swoon. I'm at the mercy of the moon. And tonight I see the light pouring down all over you. And as the dew begins to fall and your lips begin to call, I'm in too deep now to refuse. Say you love me, and I know that tonight you really do. But tomorrow comes too soon, and you'll sing another tune, and you'll find somebody new. But tonight we're at the mercy of the moon. She can take us where she will, run us ragged, stand us still, turn us cold and make us swoon. We're at the mercy of the moon. And if I could freeze this frame, this shows your body close to mine. I would give up this fight for fame and forget that your last name is his instead of mine. I'm at the mercy of the moon. You're at the mercy of the moon. We're at the mercy of the moon. Thank you. Something from college. My combo? What was my band? No, we were a band. That was. This is a gentleman, for those of you at home, this is a gentleman in the audience that remembers me from my University of Texas days when I was in a band called the Fabulous Chevelles. That's right. Yeah, that's when I guess we weren't cool enough to call ourselves the Fabulous Thunderbirds, so we kind of were downgraded to Chevelles. I mean, we could have been the Fabulous if we wanted to stay in the GM family, Fabulous Corvettes, but no, we were the Chevelles. Any rate, we played all the frat parties at UT, and what is it you want? How about some Jimmy Reed? In fact, when John, tell him about when you first went to audition for. I guess it wasn't an audition, whatever it was, when you first met Bob Dylan.
Yes. That was quite an experience. No, I was called up to Canada to audition. So I took an acoustic guitar, and I had to go up to his room and introduce myself and sit down with him and play some songs, which was pretty frightening and interesting. But it all turned out well. But we did. He asked me to sing a song. I said no. I said no, I can't sing. But so we did some Jimmy Reed songs.
He requested it, right?
Well, he asked me to play something and sing. I said no, and he said, well, "What do you want to do?" I said, "I don't know. What do you think?" And he suggested Jimmy Reed.
Well, in fact,
had a happy
he was a Jimmy Reed fan. I mean, that's documented. In fact, his new record just came out. It has a song called something Jimmy Reed Blues or something. So he's written a song. Anyway, okay, here's a song we used to do going. You got me running, you got me hiding, you got me run, hide, run any way you want it, let it roll. Yeah. Oh yeah. You got me doing what you want me, baby, what you want me to do. Going up, going down, going up, down, up any way you want it, let it roll. Yeah. Oh yeah. You got me doing what you want me, baby, what you want me to do. You got me peeping, you got me hiding, you got me hiding, peep, hide any way you want it, let it roll. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You got me doing what you want me, baby, what you want me to do. You remember that one, Bill, right? Well, John's already got the resonator out. So if he's in a resonating mood, let's continue to resonate. Well, I can't stand the rain against my window, bringing back sweet memories. Can't stand the rain against my window, 'cause she's not here with me. When we were together, everything was so grand. But now that we have parted, there's just one sound I just I can't stand the rain against my window. I'm bringing back sweet memories. Can't stand the rain against my window, 'cause you're not here with me. Whoa, is the pillow where her head used to lay. I know that you've got some sweet memory, but like the window, you ain't got nothing to say. Hey, I can't stand the rain against my window, bringing back sweet memories. Can't stand the rain against my window, 'cause she's not here with me. I can't stand it. I can't stand it. I can't stand the rain. I can't stand it. I can't stand that rain, bringing back those memories. I can't stand it. Well, I can't stand the rain. Brother John on guitar. Okay, who remembers who did that song from on Stax Records? Ann Peebles. Everybody remembers the song, but I was the same way. I didn't remember that Ann Peebles did it, so I looked it up. But well, you know what? You got that resonator out. This is time to really jump off the cliff, and we're going to introduce a new song. It's the first time we've played this, so for the public, and it's a song that some of my contemporaries that are here tonight can probably identify with when you hear the first couple of lines of the song. But time is see, I've already messed it up. Looking in the mirror, I don't see myself. Feel like I'm talking. Let's start over. I know. I can't make two mistakes and go through them. Okay, y'all don't mind. Just consider that a rehearsal. Okay. Looking in the mirror, I don't see myself. Feel like I'm looking at somebody else. Looking like a clock whose tick has talked. Feel like I'm looking at somebody else. Okay, let me get this right now. Time is a lover I'll surely miss. Seems like only yesterday we shared our first kiss. Slow at the start, she ends in a rush. She'll kiss me goodnight and then she'll turn out my lights. And I feel like I'm talking about somebody else, but it's gonna be my ashes in an urn on the shelf. Too late for the dock, my tick will have talked. Feel like I'm talking about somebody else. Okay, John. Time is a lover I surely miss. Seems like only yesterday we shared our first kiss. Slow at the start, she ends in a rush. She'll kiss me goodnight, then turn out my lights. Sarcastic surrender in the sardonic sea. A sardonic smile looking back at me. Singing my swan song, the time on the shore. We lived and we loved, who could ask for more? I feel like I'm singing about somebody else, but it's gonna be my ashes in an urn on the shelf. A spirit in the sky with a clean slate, just waiting my turn to reincarnate. Looking in the mirror, I don't see myself. Feel like I'm looking at somebody else. Looking like a clock whose tick has talked. But for now I'm feeling strong, feeling young and strong, feeling young and strong, and ready to rock. Let's rock it, brother. I heard some laughs of recognition out there. Let's do Ice on Fire. Back in the early 80s, my brother and I did an album in Austin that was only released at that time in Europe on Polydor Records. Later, about 20 years later or more, released a little Austin label called Steady Boy Records. Some of the songs we've done tonight are on that album. And this is another one. It's called Ice on Fire. She's like ice on fire. She's like ice on fire. She's like ice on fire. She melts you with desire. But soon it'll be your turn to feel the slow burn. Soon it'll be your turn to feel the slow burn. She's like ice on fire. She's like ice on fire. She blows hot and cold. She moves you real slow. She won't let go until she feels the glow. Like a moth flying to the flame, you got so much to learn. About the slow burn, 'cause soon it'll be your turn to feel the slow burn. Smoke in my eyes, tears that I cry, freezes they fall and break in the night like ice. She's like ice on fire. Call me a liar, but soon it'll be your turn to feel the slow burn. Soon it'll be your turn to feel the slow burn. It's such a slow burn. It's such a slow, sweet burn. It's such a slow, sweet burn. She's like ice on Good. Thank you. I have no idea how long we've played or how long we're out. Don't want to bore y'all now. Yeah. Somebody may just have to tell us when to quit, because once we get started, especially this is the first time we've had a gig because of the shutdown since end of January, so something like that. So you get to be our guinea pigs. Here's another one we hadn't done in quite a while. Don't go looking. It's also on that same album. Don't you go looking for love, 'cause you know it's bad luck. If you go looking for love, it's gonna run and hide. Don't you go looking for love, 'cause you know find it, baby. Everybody knows that when you're looking, you can't get nothing cooking, Lord, with love. Cooking with love. Don't you go chasing that love, 'cause you never catch it. You only catch it when you trip and fall. When you ain't looking for love, it'll sneak up behind you, baby. Everybody knows to tell you this. When you're looking, you can't even find a kiss, let alone love. Share of love, and I know what I'm saying. Sure, I've loved and lost, but I won me a few. Night after night, in all the right places. Went to Chicago, looked on the south side. Went to New York City, and Detroit too. Traveled to Hollywood. Might say I was a troubadour for love. I went back home to Texas, ooh, looking for love. Everybody knows that when you're looking, can't get nothing cooking, Lord, with love. Cooking with love. Oh, little brother. Everybody knows when you're looking, you can't get nothing cooking, Lord, with love. Cooking with love. One day I quit looking for love, and to my surprise, I found myself staring in the true love's eyes. You see, love snuck up on me without a sound, and it pushed me head over heels, down, down, down on the ground. Tell the truth when I say I wasn't looking I was not looking, no, but it sure got something cooking. Law and love. Tell the truth when I say I wasn't looking, no, sir. I was not looking, no, but I sure got something cooking. Sure got something cooking with love. I said, who's going to end this thing?
I'll go like this.
The Les Paul trick. Yeah. Yeah, John showed that. John was looking at an old video of Les Paul and Mary Ford. And Les Paul had that trick where he would hit a half step below and then instead of moving his hand, he'd just push the gun.
And all that Hendrix stuff.
Thank you. It's got a ring of truth, right? Did you ever fall in love when you're looking for love? It always kind of just happened by accident, right? And if I'm wrong, don't tell me now.
Also, that riff I did in the end was from I don't know if anybody knows who Cracker Jack was. It was a band I was in with Tommy Shannon and Uncle John Turner. Well, we had a song called Medicine Man. So I had to throw it in there. It did, actually.
It did. We ought to work that song up.
I'd love to do it.
Well, if you're ready, my brother.
What are we doing?
You got your finger. You got your finger on mine. You're thinking, where's he going with it?
Where's he got his finger?
You got your finger on my soul. Oh no, I see the evil side of you. You got the key to my control. Oh no, turn me every which way but loose. You haunt me in my dreams at night. Honey, that ain't right. Why you wanna hurt the man that's loving you? You got the talent for heartbreak. Heaven sake, I can't stop loving you. But in the morning, you wake me singing a song. Smile on my face all the day long. Just when I'm thinking everything's fine, well, then you come around, mess with my mind. You got your finger on my soul. Oh no, see the evil side of you. You got the key to my control. Oh no, I can't stop loving you. But in the morning, you wake me singing the song. Smile on my face all the day long. Just when I'm thinking everything's fine, well, then you come around, mess with my mind. You got your finger on my soul. Oh no, I see the evil side of you. You got the key to my control. Oh no, I can't stop loving you. You got the talent for heartbreak. Heaven sake, you turn me every which way but loose. You got your finger on my soul. Thank you. Yeah, how are we doing with that? I guess we're doing okay.
It's just 5 after 9. Mr. X.
Oh, we're already after 9 o'clock. I don't mind playing longer if everybody wants to hear more. And if it's okay with the powers that be. Are we good for a little longer, Rusty? Okay, good.
But what about fish and chips?
Do y'all still
No?
have
Is
the
it
best
finished?
fish and chips in Houston?
Is it too late for fish and chips? I'm sorry? Oh, it is. Oh.
It's in the to-go bag. It's all happening, little brother. You will not starve. Mucky Duck will not let you starve.
Actually, martini sounds better at this point. No.
Hey, it's almost the 4th of July. We're not far away. And let me play a song for you. Written in New York City quite a while ago. But I wrote it on the 4th of July. And it's recorded by, I always forget the guy's name. What's the guy's name, John, that was in Go West? The lead singer for Go West. You probably don't even remember. Well, he had that. No. Go West was an English group that had that hit over here. The Michael says, no, I was thinking of Head East. Head East, Go West.
I can't remember. I can't think of his name.
Well, what about No Direction? Head East, Go West. Anyway, it doesn't matter who did it. Here's the song. It's 4th of July, New York City, and I'm really feeling the heat. Cops on horseback in Central Park, on Broadway they're pounding their beats. Black men playing jungle drums out on Amsterdam Street. But I'm light-skinned, fair-headed from out of town, and I can really feel the heat. So lay me on your quilted bed, who make me feel the things you say. Turn on your window fan and tell me I'm your favorite man. 'Cause it's 4th of July, New York City, and there are fireworks all around. They're drinking beer up in the Bronx, but you never know what's going on in Chinatown. The Upper East Side is all deserted. They have houses at the beach, but they're hanging out in Harlem, and man, you can really feel the heat. So lay me on your big old bed, who make me feel the things you say. Turn on your winter fade, tell me I'm your favorite man, 'cause the city eats a man alive, needs your loving to survive. Bowery bum with an anchor tattooed on his right hand. The sailor missed the boat and spent the last 20 years on land. Now he plays with children in a fire-plug fountain and feels complete. Sailing empty bottles down the gutter, he is now captain of his fleet. But when you're living down in the valley with all these dykes and queens, well, Independence Day is every day, like any day you've seen. So lay me on your big old bed, who make me feel the things that you say. Turn on your winter fan, tell me I'm your favorite man. Making love on cool white sheets, and I can really, really feel the heat. Well, I can really feel your heat. I can really feel your heat, babe. And it feels so sweet every time we meet. Every time, every time, every time, every time. Your lips meet mine. Oh, Lord, I can feel it. Oh, yeah, I can feel it. I can really feel your heat. What you got there, John?
Signed, sealed, and delivered. Anyway, I was just thinking about that. We don't do that.
Okay. Every once in a while you got to do that. Since everybody feels that the room is quiet, everybody's relaxed and happy.
We're going to play something frantic.
What about John going crazy? Oh, well, he can do that, as you've already
it's harder
heard.
on the acoustic guitar.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. Actually, by the way, while we have, we're talking about, we're, COVID permitting, we'll be back here on July 7th. And hopefully we'll be doing it with the band.
And I'll go crazy then.
With Freddie Steady on drums and Mark Rosenbaum on keyboards, Evelyn Rubio on sax and vocals, and just be the whole shebang. And there'll be a group, Thunderado, on the same bill. And that's Hunter Perrin, who's from Houston, but he toured as guitarist for John Fogerty for quite a while. And now has his own band called Thunderado. So that'll be a whole different experience if all goes well. And so think about it. Come back and hear us all electrified. But right now, I'm going to do one that I wrote this in Cannes, France last year when I was there, and it was right at the end of the night. And I wasn't even sure if it was a song or a meditation, but see what y'all think.
Everybody's got a game to play. Sometimes you have to walk away. Be still. Listen to your heart. Be still. Listen to your heart. Are you really who you think you are? Do you know how you've come this far? Be still. Listen to your heart. 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 They say life is a 3-act play. As the drama starts to fade away, thoughts are clear, it's a brand new day. Be still. Listen to your heart. Be still. Listen to your heart. Be still. Listen to your heart.
I like that.
It's kind of like unlike anything else we've done, isn't it? Well, we've all had to be still for the last couple of months. So. Of course, I'm just. So you're right. You're right. She says the songs are meditations, and it certainly can be. Not all songs. But, well, gosh, there's such a little feeling over the room now. I'm not sure how to follow up that one, except with something maybe
Like Night in the Box.
completely different. I got a little place out on Highway 10. You got to duck your head when you walk in, or walk 3 steps, or lay down flat. Girl, the little box is where it's at. Everybody knows this trailer rocks. Don't you want to spend the night in the box? Well, it ain't much, but I call it home. It's got a microwave and a telephone. No room to fight or disagree. No room to do nothing but hug and kiss on me. Everybody knows this trailer rocks. Don't you want to spend the night in the box? Well, all the folks roll into trailer parks. They got nasty little young'uns and cars on blocks. No need to be so snobby or be unkind. A night in the box is gonna change your mind. Well, there was a little lady, she lived on the hill. She had an aeroplane and an iron will. She had a rich old man with lots of cash. She looked down her nose at the trailer trash. She had $1 million in blue chip stocks and threw it all away for a night in the box. Yeah! Well, all the folks roll into trailer parks. They got nasty little young'uns, cars on blocks. No need to be so snobby or be unkind. The night in the box is gonna change your mind. Is this a hard luck story? No, it's not. I got a place to hide when things get hot. I got a place to lurk when things get bleak. Lots of nosy neighbors and they wanna peek. But the dame come a-rockin' in the trailer rock. Don't you want to spend the night in the box? It's got a lot of soul and it smells like socks. Don't you want to spend the night in the box? Okay, I gotta tell you, that's the song I wish we'd written, but it was written by a friend of ours named Phil Lee. And if you don't know Phil Lee, check him out on YouTube, Spotify. He's a great songwriter and great character. And we don't bother to learn a lot of other people's songs, but I had to learn that song. And I'll tell you what, we'll leave you with one more. We talked a lot about. People always wonder how songs come about, and we've talked about that some tonight, but sometimes, you think, oh, he was sad, he wrote that sad song. He was happy, so he wrote that happy song. Well, sometimes songwriters will write a song to cheer themselves up when they are sad, and this one we're going to leave you with is kind of like sort of the genesis of that. When I was still living in L.A. and broke up, my girlfriend and I were breaking up, and I was moving out, and I came back to get my last bit of my stuff, and I said, well, I got a new song. Do you want to hear it? And she said, well, okay, yeah. And I thought she probably thought I was going to play a sad breakup song, and instead I said, something good is gonna happen. I can feel it in the air. Something good is gonna happen. When it does, I'm gonna be there. 'Cause I can feel my luck changing, even though it ain't changed yet. My heart is like that wheel of fortune. Step right up, I'll take our bed. I bet I'll find a girl who loves me. Can't stand to be apart. We're gonna fly away together, wing to wing, heart to heart.
Something good is gonna happen. I can feel it in the air. Something good is gonna happen. When it does, I'm gonna be there. I bet I'll find a girl who loves me. We can't stand to be apart. We're gonna fly away together, wing to wing and heart to heart. Something good is gonna happen. I can feel it in the air. Something good is gonna happen. When it does, I'm gonna be there. Something good is gonna happen. When it does, I'm gonna be there. I can feel it in the air. Thank you and good night. I really appreciate y'all coming out tonight. My brother John Staehely.